Good morning. Welcome to your Friday, your identity daily. Today we're talking about belief, and I know belief is it's a buzzword, we'll call it, because I know that there's a lot of buzzwords in this world. There's a lot of things that people hear and go, "Oh man, we're just gonna hear this guy talk about some random thing. We're gonna move on." But when we talk about belief today, I want you to really kind of root this down in a little bit of the psyche going into the weekend, because we're going to the weekend. Hello, Sophia, Astro, Gigi. Good morning, Jackson, Ella, Pia, Eli, Pia. Hello. Steven's 2380 sent a request. Maybe I'll have you hop on. Good morning, alba, pagan official. So today I want to talk about this word belief. And belief's it's a very powerful word. And I think sometimes because we hear it, bom dia, Ricardo Bajos, man. Alba from Miami, how you doing? So what's up? Hey, Luca. Good morning, Robbie Allen. How are you, my man? Hello, Gigi's on here. Stevens, good morning. I want to let you guys know I see you. That's why I keep saying things. Dr. Ramsey, Ramsey. You need to send me a DM. We need to get you on a podcast, bro. I think you'd be an amazing fit. And I want to catch up and see how your life's going. Ramsey is he's a phenomenal human. Was a strength coach for the Kings for a while. I think he might still be there. Not 100% sure where this man's at. But years ago when I had my gym, this guy came in, and I was very early on in the tutelage. The dude's an amazing, incredible human and humongous, amazing mind also. Watching from London. Hey. So today let's talk about belief real quick. Because belief is this thing that I think we understand, we hear, but I don't think we ratchet in really the level it should be to have our life grow. Belief ties to a lot of little and big things in your world. And if you don't grasp this concept, I think I want to talk about it, bald boy. I love it. Yeah, somebody, just so you guys know, University of Kansas now started with you. This is true, man. Hey, bro, I hope your life is great. Hit me in the DM. I definitely got to get you on the podcast, bro. Belief, right? Where does belief tie in? What does it mean? And here's what I think belief is. I think belief is this thing that we hear and we think, it's this concept, this belief. And people talk about this in a personal development world, in the motivational world a lot. It's just a word. No, I want you to realize that belief is this thing that's running your life. Your beliefs are in fact running every single part of how you live your life. Whether you believe you should be on an app like Instagram, whether you believe you shouldn't be on it, whether you believe that you're going to cross the street today and a car isn't going to hit you whenever it's stopped, or you believe that if you pay your phone bill, the phone's going to stay on, right? There's a belief to everything we do, but we don't realize how it ties to so many different things. And so we live our life in a realm thinking it's just a random word. However, it's the foundation of who we are. Like your beliefs are your systems that pretty much are ticking and operating for your entire life, running things without you really understanding. You can, one, ratchet these things up, and you can also operate outside of beliefs to set new beliefs. Because as much as beliefs can help us live our life, they can hinder your life at the exact same time. And here's where I want you to kind of think of this thing today. There is something that you should be doing. You know you should be doing, and I don't know what it is. It could be that, maybe you want to be a strength coach like Ramsey. Logan Henry says, what's up, Eden? Cano, so Wolfy, what's up to you too, my man? There are a lot of things that you could be doing in life, right? There's a belief system that you have that right now, you should be doing something, but you're just not doing it. Now, I don't know what this thing is, and maybe it's you've been wanting to write that book for a long time. You've been wanting to go back to school to get a degree, to get a better job for a long time. You've been wanting to get in shape for a long time. There's been something you've been wanting to do for a long time that you have not yet completed. And it's because of a belief system somewhere in the background that you may not look at or may not want to look at because of the pain that's associated with accepting why you haven't done it yet. Because here's the truth. If it didn't scare you, if it wasn't something that really unsettled you somewhere inside, it'd be getting done by now. You'd be doing it right this moment without any issues, without any problem, without any, nothing. It would be getting done because you believe it could be done. But some part of something has happened in your past, something's been going on in your world, you've stopped having a belief that you could put the effort in to get that thing achieved. Or you've had another belief compete with it, which is, I believe I don't have enough time. I believe I don't have the information. I believe somebody might out me and I may look bad on social media. I believe I'll never get there even if I do all the hard work. So you may have a competing belief with the belief of what you should be doing. And here's the one problem I have with a lot of people in life. They never address these things. They hear them. You understand this is going on, but you never adjust it. You never actually lean in and say, what can I do to fix this? Like, how can I change the life I live? And I'm serious, man. Sometimes people think like, change your life. Everybody hears it all the time. No, genuinely change your entire life. Because what changes a life? Think of what changes a life. Information changes a life. New income changes a life. A new career changes a life. A new relationship changes a life. If you break your foot, it changes your life, right? You adjust and you adapt in different ways. And I really want people, I want you, not people, I want you to grasp that you always are like one belief system shift, one belief system tick away from changing your life to be something better. And the way it works is a couple ways, but I'm gonna lean on one today. One, it's realizing that you have to go back and check your beliefs. Check them, like in the moment, check them, because they're operating without you thinking about it. They were programmed into you when you were growing up. They were programmed into you when you were in the first relationship, in your first job, when your mom and dad argued, when your mom and dad told you what money was about, when your mom and dad or your parents or your grandparents or teachers told you you're smart, you're not very smart, X, Y, and Z. When those things get told to you, it's starting to train your belief system. And then it goes back and you don't even think about it for sometimes the rest of your life. And then you start living your life wondering, well, why can't I get something? Why am I not there? Why can't this work? And what ends up happening is you haven't checked the belief system. You haven't gone back and said, why am I stuck here? Why do I keep procrastinating? How come I keep getting slowed down? Why do I keep making excuses that stop me from getting to this dream? Why is the excuse bigger than my dream? Right? Why is the excuse for why I can't get this thing going bigger? Why can't the dream be bigger? How do I get this thing up here? And the reason is because you haven't gone back and checked and said, hey, what's going on in the belief system area? What do I need to believe to actually not compete against the belief I have, right? Maybe here's two things. This is the two I was talking about. One part of the belief system is, you know what? I believe I should be doing something amazing. And I believe you should. I don't know what it is, but damn it, there's something you should be doing that's grand and amazing because you're a teacup that should be filled up, man. Go do something. Your cup can be filled, so let it runneth over, right? Believe there's something possible. It's the first problem. You're not believing great enough things. You're just not. You're not believing things that are past the level of what you've seen in your life already. I'm a man of faith. I believe in something I can't see, but I know is there, right? Why don't you believe in your dream? You can't see it, but it's there and possible. I don't know what it is. Maybe you didn't dream big enough because your mom and dad never got that to that level, right? Maybe no one you know is at that level. Maybe you are in an area where you know no other souls who are trying to accomplish the same goal. So why can't you? What have you been telling yourself that makes you believe that because nobody else did, you can? That's impossible to actually get in my head because I don't think it should operate that way. A belief should operate in a place of something you can't see, you go after, right? I grew up in foster care. Statistically, any prison in America, 3 out of 4 inmates have lived my life, which means the majority of us end up there, unfortunately. So if I operate off what I knew, my belief would never say, you could be on TV, you could be in the NFL, you could be a ninja warrior, you could be a coach and a speaker. I'm telling you, like, I've lived this. This is not me talking randomly. This is my life consistently. And you've got to have this outstretched belief. And here's what I call it. It's kind of like soccer. When you're playing soccer, you kick the ball and you run up to it. And then when you get to it, you kick it again and you run up to it. You aren't kicking the ball out far enough. You got to kick the ball out far enough to scare you, to make you have to speed up, run as fast as you can towards it, and then at full speed, try and kick it again. You got to get to the point of kicking this belief so far out, it expands your heart, and it makes you just go to the point of like, I don't know if I can do it, but if I can, that would be a game changer, change my life. So the first part, you got to dream so vastly big outside of what anybody else in your world has seen or has done or whatever it might be. It's got to be a belief that's out there. The second part of it, the competing belief. These are the we'll call it limiting beliefs you've heard before, right? What's a limiting belief? Well, my belief's out here. It's limiting it. I take vacations places and I like to rent the jet skis and the quads and everything. And those things can go pretty stinking fast. But here's what I found, man. When you're on those things, when you're renting them, they put a limiter on the throttle. So like the jet ski can't go that fast, right? The quad can't go that fast. There's one spot I went to in Mexico, no limiter. We were spinning donuts in the dirt. It was so much fun. And the truth is, like, all these places put a limiter on, which means it can't go full speed. So when you hear limiting belief, what's going on is I have a belief that's I can go this far, but I keep telling myself, but you're not smart enough, Anthony. But you don't have all the time, energy in the world you should have. You've never done it before. What makes you think you can? None of your friends have done it. Your mom and dad said it's a stupid idea. Your friend said it's a stupid idea. And it keeps limiting these things and limiting them. Or you say, you know what? I tried for a couple weeks and a couple months. It didn't work. See, it's not going to work out. You keep limiting the belief you've already got of something big you should go after. Because you might have a phenomenal belief right now. That's not the only thing. Some people got great dreams. Like, want to be on TV and want to do a whole bunch of speaking and want to just be a great mom or dad and want to be in a great relationship that's powerful, that makes them be filled up. Well, why don't you have it? It's probably a limiting belief. And again, you got to go back and check the belief system. Why is it there? What did you experience? What went on? And then here's the cool part, you get to reframe and reprogram that. Like, that's the thing that you get to do. Our identities were programmed unintentionally, haphazardly. So go back and reprogram it yourself. And here's how you do it. How do we reprogram this in a simple, concise way? My whole coaching things we do, we work on this. But here's how it is. Becca, good morning, Becca Boston. She says, spam the like button. Thank you so much, Sophia. Here's how you go and adjust limiting belief. Limiting beliefs are usually, and beliefs themselves are rooted in some action, something we saw take place, right? It starts by you taking an action in a place you don't have a belief. Let me say this again. To create a belief, to remove a limiting belief, you take an action boldly in a direction where you have no belief right now. Because what happens is when you succeed, over and over you try it, when you succeed, not if, but when you eventually succeed, because the way you succeed is by going against all the grain consistently. When you succeed, a new belief gets rooted in. A new system of, I can possibly do this. Holy crap, I can get this done. And it's an internal ratchet that just goes, I got this. And the moment that takes place, it will take place after a bunch of failures, by the way. You will have no reason to keep believing to go, but you just will, right? The moment that you get to that point, if it settles in and you do win, like you do, because you got to earn that. The moment it does settle in, it goes, it opens up a new space for you to climb into. So this limiting belief disappears. You get to go full speed towards stuff. That's how you've got to look at this aspect of how I see beliefs. Anytime that I believe you get to a moment of you want something, but you start that little conversation of, but can you, should you? Shut up, right? Ratchet back into like, okay, what do I got to do against the lack of belief to make myself believe this? What action must you do to make yourself believe this? And maybe it's making the call and get a bunch of no's to finally get the sale and say, you know what? I can be a coach, right? Maybe it's getting out there and starting a business, a brick and mortar, and saying, I'm going to open this thing up and nobody buys, but eventually I get people in and go, you know what? Maybe this could work right now. No matter what it boils down to, there's going to be an action you take where it doesn't work out a few times. But then eventually, at some point in time, damn it, it does. And when it does, the belief system starts to shift into a direction where you start having a belief that you can do this crazy big dream that you've got. And when you do this, your life will change. You'll make more money. You'll have more impact. You'll have more influence on the world. You'll have everything you want. The only separation between you and what you want right now is whether or not you will stop on the way to get there. Everything you want is yours. In the future, somewhere, every single thing, if you want to be a billionaire, it's yours. Are you going to stop? That's the thing. Everything is yours, but are you going to stop on the way to get there because of a limiting belief or lack of a belief? And the moment that you grasp, like, hey, I'm going to have to get up and grind a little bit, is the moment things turn into magic for your life. So that's my thought for you today. I'm all geeked up on a Friday morning at 7:46. I'm about to take my kids to school. If you haven't joined yet, go to the shiftstarterdaily.com. It's my podcast that we do daily. You get little messages like this. I'm going to put it in the link in the bottom. Shift Starter Daily. It's a daily podcast from my brain, only 8 minutes, but it's a great 8 minutes, man. It is a solid 8 minutes of fire. I give ideas and thoughts. We have a conversation, a group, and it's growing. It's one of those things that I'm committed to doing for a very, very, very long time. I'm a consistency human. What I do in my coaching is all based on like teach you to plan, execute, and be consistent, to change beliefs, to change your life, to get some craziness done. And so if you want some information, man, come check it out. My man from Proxy AV, I appreciate you, dog. How much coke do you do in the morning? You know what's crazy? Here's the thing. I don't drink coffee. I haven't had my tea yet. I literally just rolled out of bed about 10 minutes before we got on here. But I have this weird thing about life, man. When I get into it, I'm into it. I live this. I breathe it. This is who I am. I don't turn on all the time. Like maybe on stage, I'm a little bit different. But this is me on a daily basis. And I don't have to put anything in my body to be here. I feel this thought that if you want to be able to give joy, you got to have it in you. You cannot give what you don't got. So if I don't have this, I can't give this. So I'm overflow with it. So I want to give it out to you. And that's the whole purpose of my life at this point. I love who I am and what I get to do. I know you're just kidding, man. I'm just having some fun. All right. I'm going to see you guys Monday. You guys have a phenomenal weekend and do this. Go out and today, maybe throughout your day, get a little note. It goes to my phone. Go into your notes in your phone and start thinking about, let me check in the back. What did I want to do? Belief system. What do I want to get done? What do I believe is possible? It scares me. That'd be dope and amazing and cool. And then go, what are the reasons I keep telling myself not to, right? And then say, what belief is fueling that? That's it. What I want to get done. What am I saying that stops me? What belief system is fueling that? And then now you get to check that belief system and say, okay, great. How do I change that belief? How do you change that belief about yourself? Once I know what I want to do, I know what's stopping me, and I know what the belief system is that's attacking and fueling that. Now go back and say, what action must I do to prove that wrong? What action must I do to switch that on its head? Because the moment you get that action changed out, you change the belief system limiting you. You start having a belief you can do it. You start taking action to get things done. And oh, lo and behold, all of a sudden, this thing you wanted to get done is done. So that's what you got to do. All right, guys, I believe in the name of Jesus myself as well. Take care.